Hi all, in this video we can see different problems related to Poisson's and Laplace equation. So Poisson equation is del square V equal to minus rho V by epsilon, and the Laplace equation is del square V equal to 0. So what are the applications of this Laplace and Poisson's equation that we are going to see in this video? So using this Laplace and Poisson equation, we already said that we can find what is potential, what is electric field, voltage, capacitance, etc. So our first example is let V equal to 2xy square z cube and epsilon equal to epsilon 0. Given point P of 1, 3, minus 1, find V at point P. Also find V satisfy Laplace equation. So we need to find what is the V value at this point. That means x equal to 1, y equal to 3 and z equal to minus 1. At that time what is this value, and we need to find whether this V satisfying the Laplace equation. That means del square V equal to 0. So first we can find what is the V value at the point of 1, 3, minus 1. You just replace x, y and z of respective values 1, 3 and minus 1. After you will get 2 into 1 into 3 square. It's not 2xy cube, it is 2xy square. So 2 into 1 into 3 square minus 1 whole cube. So you will get it as 3 square is 9 into 2 18. So minus 18 volt. Next we need to check whether it is satisfies Laplace equation. So we know that Laplace equation in Cartesian system. So here x, y, z is given. So we can use the Cartesian system. So del square V equal to dou square V by dou x square plus dou square V by dou y square plus dou square V by dou z square equal to 0. So we need to differentiate this V with respect to x, y and z twice. So first we can see what is the differentiation of V with respect to x. So first we are differentiating 2xy square z cube. So with respect to x you will get 2y square z cube. We need to find the second derivative. So we need to find dou square V by dou x square. So we can see that there is no x term. So 2y square z cube is constant with respect to x. So derivation of a constant is 0. Next is similarly we can find dou v by dou y. So dou v by dou y is 2 into 2, that is 4xyz cube. Again dou square v by dou y square is 4xz cube. Then dou v by dou z is 3 into 2 xy square z square, that is 6 into xy square z square. Again differentiation, it is 12 xy square. So to check this whether this Laplace equation satisfying or not, we can replace this x, z and y its corresponding value. So you will get a 4 into x is 1 and z is minus 1. So 4 into 1 into minus 1 cube plus 12 into 1 into 3 square into minus 1. So you have minus 4 plus minus 1 not 8. It is not equal to 0. So we can say that this V is not satisfying Laplace equation because del square V is not equal to 0. So this way you can find this whether the equation satisfying Laplace equation or not. So second we have a question. Two parallel conducting discs are separated by a distance 5 millimeter at z equal to 0 and z equal to 5 mm. If V equal to 0 at z equal to 0 and V equal to 100 at z equal to 5 mm. Find charge densities on the disc. So we need to find the charge density. So we have two parallel conducting discs are there. They are placed at a distance of 5 mm along z direction. That means z equal to 0 to z equal to 0 we have one conducting disc, and at a distance of 5 mm we have another conducting disc. Then this at z we have some condition V equal to, so boundary conditions are the V equal to 0 at z equal to 0 and V equal to 100 at z equal to 5 mm. So the conducting disc are placed along z direction. So from this we can say that this V is a function of z only because this disc are placed along z direction from at a distance of z equal to 0 and z equal to 5 mm. So we can say that V is a function of z only. So we need to consider that term in the Laplace equation of here our geometry is in the form of disk, so we need to use the cylindrical coordinate system. In that the cylindrical coordinate system we can write this del square V as 1 by rho dou by dou of rho dou V dou by rho plus 1 by rho square dou square V by dou phi square plus dou square V by dou z square. Our second example is two parallel conducting discs are separated by a distance 5 mm at z equal to 0 and z equal to 5 mm. If v equal to 0 at z equal to 0 and v equal to 100 at z equal to 5 mm, find charge densities on the disc. So we have two parallel conducting discs are there. One is placed at z equal to 0 and another one is placed at a distance of 5 mm. And we have some boundary condition, that is the value of potential at 0 is z equal to 0 is 0 and potential at z equal to 5 mm is 100. So we need to find the charge densities. So how we can find this charge densities? So for that we can use the Laplace equation. So from this question we can see that we have the geometry is conducting disk and they are placed along the z direction. So the function, this v is a function of z only, and we are considering the geometry as disk, so we need to use the cylindrical coordinate system. And in this cylindrical coordinate system we can write this del square v as del square v equal to 1 by rho dou by dou rho dou v by dou rho plus 1 by rho square v by dou phi square plus dou square v by dou z square equal to 0. So in this three terms we need to consider only dou square v by dou z square term, that equal to 0, because v is a function of z only, that is given in this question itself. So del square v equal to dou square v by dou z square equal to 0, or we can write del square v by dou z square equal to 0. So we need to get the value from this equation. We need to get what is v. So we have the differential equation, so we need to integrate this function to obtain v from that differential equation. So here the second degree equation, so we need to integrate two times. So first integration you will get dou v by dou z is equal to a constant of integration, that is represented here as a. Then we again differentiate in dv by dz equal to a, then you will get v is equal to, after integration a is integrated, we can take this dz to the right hand side, so you will get dv equal to what? A dz. So after integration dv will get v plus v equal to, after integration of a dz you will get a z plus the constant of integration is b. So we are differentiating, we have differential equation. To obtain v from that differential equation we are integrating that equation twice. So our first integration you will get dou v by dou z equal to a constant. In second integration we are representing dv equal to a dz, then after integration you will get a v equal to az plus another constant b. So that is our equation number 1. So in that a and b are constant of integration. We need to find what is a and b. For that we are using this boundary condition. So in question we have the boundary condition, that is v equal to 0 at z equal to 0 and v equal to 100 at z equal to 5m. So replace the v as 0. 0 equal to a into 0. Z is 0 that time plus b. So from this we will get b as equal to 0, and in second equation we replace v as 100, at that time z equal to 5 mm, that means 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. So you will get 100 equal to a into 5 times 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus b. So b equal to a 0 from first equation and a equal to 100. We can replace b as 0, so you will get 100 by 5 into 10 raised to minus 3, which is equal to 20 into 10 raised to 3. So you got a as 20 into 10 raised to 3 and b as 0. So we can replace our v as a into z. So you will get 20 into 10 raised to 3 z. and B is 0. So this is our potential. So next we need to find this electric field intensity. So electric field intensity and the potential relation is E equal to minus del V. So minus dou V by dou rho A rho cap plus dou B by rho dou phi A phi cap plus dou V by dou Z A Z cap. So we can see that this equation is function of Z only. So we need to find dou V by dou Z only. So if you are finding dou V by dou Z, you will get 20 into 10 raised to 3. So there is a negative sign for E. So E is equal to minus 20 into 10 raised to 3 AZ cap. So that is E. So next we need to find this electric flux density. So electric flux density is epsilon times E. Here the epsilon is given as epsilon 0. So you can replace epsilon 0 E. So epsilon 0 value is 10 raised to minus 9 by 36 pi into our E is minus 20 into 10 raised to 3 AZ cap. So after finding, you will get it as minus 0.177 into 10 raised to minus 6 AZ cap. Unit is coulomb per centimeter square, and for E the unit is volt per meter. And D is constant between the face and normal to the plate. So we can say that from this D is constant. So D is always constant to the face and normal to the plate. Then we can say this the charge density is Dn, normal component of electric flux density itself. Then rho is equal to Dn, which is equal to plus or minus 0.177 into 10 raised to minus AZ coulomb per meter square. So this relation rho is the boundary condition relation is rho is equal to Dn. We will derive later. So just remember now that the D is constant between the face and normal to the plates for a circular disc. So we can say that the charge density rho is equal to Dn equal to plus or minus 0.177 into 10 raised to minus 6 AZ cap coulomb per meter square. So this way we can find the application of Laplace and Poisson's equation. Next we can see how we can find the capacitance using Laplace equation. So we know that we need to find the capacitance using Laplace equation. First we need to find the potential difference. From this potential difference we need to find the electric field intensity E is equal to minus del V. From this electric field intensity D, we know that electric flux density D equal to epsilon 0 E. This electric flux density, the normal component of this electric flux density is the charge density. Then after getting this charge density rho s into area is called charge. Then C is equal to Q by V. So we need to find electric potential, electric field intensity, electric flux density, charge density. After that we need to find capacitance. So we can see how we can find the capacitance using Laplace equation. Sorry, question is solve the Laplace equation for the potential field in the homogeneous region between the two concentric conducting spheres with a radii A and B such that B is greater than A. If potential V equal to 0 at R equal to B and V equal to V0 at R equal to A, find the capacitance between these two concentric spheres. So we have two concentric spheres are there having radius A and B. Then the potential at R equal to B, that means outermost sphere potential is V equal to 0 and the innermost sphere's potential is V equal to V0. So we need to find what is the capacitance in between these two concentric spheres. So using this Laplace equation. So we can consider the conductors, concentric conductors, that is shown in figure. So we have two conditions that called boundary condition. The boundary condition says that at R equal to B, V equal to 0 and at R equal to A, V equal to V0. So we need to find, first we need to use a coordinate system. So here it is spherical conductors. So we need to use the spherical coordinators. So first we need to find the intensity. So we say that we can know that the intensity E will be only in radial direction. Hence V is changing only in radial direction as the radial distance R and not the function of theta and phi. So we can see that in the Laplace equation we have x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinates in x, y, z coordinate system. Similarly, we have r, theta, phi coordinates in this cylindrical coordinate system. Sorry, in spherical coordinate system. So in that we can see that the electric field intensity is always changed with respect to the radial direction. So we can use only the term that related to r in this Laplace equation. That means we know that Laplace equation is del square v equal to 0. Here we have only e's changes with respect to radial distance. So we can say that 1 by r square, we can use the Laplace equation in spherical coordinate system. In that we need to consider only that the radial variation. That means 1 by r square dou by dou r of r square dou v by dou r equal to 0. So v is only the function of r. So so this 1 by r square, we can take the RHS side, so we can say that dou by dou r of r square dou v by dou r equal to 0. So first we need to find the potential from this equation. After that we are finding this electric field, electric flux density, then capacitance. So to obtain the a function from differentiation, to obtain a function that is specified in terms of differentiation, we need to integrate. So we can integrate this function. So first integration, you will get r square dou v by dou r equal to the integration of 0 and the constant of integration is c1. So we can say that r square dou v by dou r equal to c1. In next step, we can write this as r square dou v by dou r equal to c1 by r square, or we can say that dou v is equal to c1 by r square dou r. To obtain v from this dou v, we can integrate, so that v is equal to, we can integrate this c1 by r square with respect to r. So we can get it as minus of c1 by r plus the second constant of integration is c2. So we will get the v of a spherical between the spherical conductors is v equal to minus c1 by r plus c2. So in this we can see that c1 and c2, these are the constant of integration, they are unknown. So to find the c1 and c2, we are using the boundary condition that given in our question. So to obtain a potential from this Laplace equation, first you consider how this potential change with which coordinate system, with respect to which coordinates this potential is changed. Here is E is changing with respect to radial distance, so you can consider only that term. From that we can find V using double integration. Each time you represent the constant of integration also. So and that's why you will get V is equal to minus C1 by R plus C2. So in that we can apply the boundary condition. So the V equal to 0 when R equal to B, and V equal to V0 when R equal to A. So we can write this 0 equal to minus C1 by B plus C2, and V0 equal to minus C1 by A plus C2. So we can find the constant, we have two unknowns and we have two equations. From that you can find what is C1 and C2. So you will get, after finding this C1, to find the C1 you can subtract two equation, minus V0 equal to minus C1 by B minus of minus C1 by A. So from this first equation you find what is C2 and replace that equation in second. So C2 is C1 by minus C1 by B, and you replace that in second equation. So you will get it as minus C1 by B minus of minus C1 by A, that is equal to minus V0. From that you find what is C1. So C1 is V0 by 1 by V minus 1 by A. Similarly you find C2 is V0 by B into 1 by B minus 1 by A. So V is, we know that C1 by minus of C1 by R plus C2. So after simplification you will get V as V0 by minus V0 by R 1 by B minus 1 by A plus V0 by B 1 by B minus 1 by A, that much of volt. So this is the potential field in the region between these two spheres. So this way we can find the potential using Laplace equation. Then using this potential we can find the electric field intensity. So the relation is E is equal to minus del V. So minus del V is dou V by dou R of AR cup, because our radial distance only is changing. So minus dou V by dou R of AR cap. So we can differentiate this V expression with respect to R. So you differentiate minus dou by dou R of this minus. After simplification you can write this as this derivation is minus V0 by R 1 by B minus 1 by V 1 by B minus 1 by A term only, because another term is constant. There is no variation of R, there is no R function. So the after differentiation you will get it as 0. So you need to only differentiate the first term in this V expression. So after differentiation you will get E as minus V0 by 1 by B minus 1 by A R square. So we are differentiating with respect to R. So you will get E as minus V0 by R square into 1 by B minus 1 by A R cap. Next, from this electric field we are finding the electric flux density, that is epsilon E. So you should multiply a epsilon term in this expression. So you will get it as my epsilon V0 by minus of epsilon V0 by 1 by B minus 1 by A R square, or we can take that minus inside the bracket. So you will get it as epsilon V0 by R square into 1 by A minus 1 by B, that much coulomb per meter square. So we always said that at boundary condition D is always normal to the surface, hence D is taken as dN itself. Then that is called the charged flux density. So at boundary condition the normal component of electric flux density is the surface charge density. So we can write rho s as the surface charge density. So you will get it as epsilon V0 by 1 by A minus 1 by B into R square coulomb per meter square. So next we need to find the total charge, because C is equal to Q by V0. Here charge Q is the capacitance C is the charge divided by voltage. So to find the charge, we know that if you have the surface charge density, then charge Q is surface charge density into the surface area. So we can write the rho s into the total area. So here our geometry is spheres, then its area is 4 pi r square. So we can get this epsilon 0 v0 divided by 1 by A minus 1 by B r square into 4 pi r square. So r square cancels, remaining is 4 pi epsilon 0 and 4 pi epsilon v0 by 1 by A minus 1 by B coulomb. So after getting this Q, we can directly find what is capacitance. Capacitance is Q by V. V is the potential between two spheres. Here we have two spheres, so we can represent it in terms of potential difference, that is V0. So C is Q by V0. So 4 pi epsilon V0 by 1 by A minus 1 by B, that is Q whole divided by V0. So V0 cancel. Then it is 4 pi epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B. That much of farad is the unit of capacitance. So this is the capacitance of a spherical capacitor. So this way we can find the potential, electric field intensity, electric flux density, charge density, as well as the capacitance using Laplace equation. So that's all. Thank you.